here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for my weekly 64x64 lot mansion build, and today we're going to go ahead and build this one called a Dream Winter Mansion. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. So this idea of it being in winter is something that I haven't really done in a while actually, mainly because of the reason, well, two reasons. A is because it's just a little bit irritating because you can't really see what you're doing, and B, it just is kind of ugly in terms of the landscape and everything because it's just all dead really. So I kind of don't really do that often because of that, you know, those two reasons. But I actually today one, it was called like a, oh, what was it called? It was like when Seasons came out, it was like Winter Family Mansion or something. Well, I did that and it has like nearly 7,000 views as I'm doing this voiceover, and I don't know why, but recently it's kind of just blew up for some reason. I don't know how, but it just has. So I kind of think that this might be a good idea to do another one since you seem to like my winter build. So here we are with another one today. So I'm going to go ahead and put a card on screen now with some information about this build. So it came in at 386,941 simoleons. It has 4 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and I built it on the 64x64 lot in Brindleton Bay, and it only took me an hour and 15 minutes to do this, which honestly is no time at all. I have no idea how it took me that short amount of time. I say kind of every speed build now that it's kind of a new record for me, but this again is probably another new one because honestly, it's just, you know, they don't normally take me that long, like less than 2 hours, but honestly nearly towards 1 hour mark is crazy. So I'm not complaining though, because that's pretty good because it means that I can get more done in the time I have. And yeah, so the price of 386,941 is, you know, maybe a little bit on the pricey side, or maybe a lot, because I don't normally get it to that point. It's normally like around the 200,000 mark, so that is kind of crazy, it being nearly, you know, 400,000, but you know what, it is a 64x64 lot after all, so I suppose that's what you'd be expecting, but it's just maybe a little bit pricey for me. And actually, I don't normally play the game that often, but recently I've actually started this new current household, and now that I've kind of been playing with this household and kind of starting off on no money and working themselves up, I kind of understand, like, putting that into perspective now, how much time it would take to get to that. Now I know it can, you know, vary, you know, sometimes it doesn't really take a long time to get to a high amount of, you know, money, if that doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. And sometimes it does. It kind of just depends on what type of job your sim has and what they do. I did actually start this current household back, well, I think I did a current household update of it, I'm pretty sure. I can't even remember what it was called now, but it was back in like December 2016, I want to say, because I remember I was playing this household when I got my new graphics card. Anyway, so with that household, she was a writer and she wrote like 2 books a day. It was crazy. I don't know why, but when my like families have careers, I'm always so focused on that, it's ridiculous. My sims that I've been playing in the last couple of days have already reached the top of their careers just because I've been focused on it so much. And she, this current house that I played with a while ago, she had over 100,000 simoleons just so quickly, and I never experienced that with a household before without cheats, just because she was writing so many books and just working so hard on her career. So, you know, I suppose it is possible to achieve something like this, you know, afford this type of home, but for me, I don't know. Anyway, so I also just want to say that, well, I'm recording this on the 25th of August. This is going to probably on the 2nd of September, just because I'm in the mood to record, so I'm going to kind of get as much done as I can. I'll explain about, you know, more about that in a second. But anyway, so yesterday for me, I hit 5,000 subscribers on the channel, which is absolutely crazy, considering where I was, you know, this time last year, and now I'm at 5,000. To some people that doesn't really seem like a lot in terms of growth, but for me that is honestly amazing, so thank you all so much for your support, and I can't believe I've actually hit 5,000, so yeah, just thank you so much for your support. I cannot believe we've reached that, but yeah, I can't stop saying thank you, but you know, that's all I can really say, but I'm really thankful for it, so thank you everybody for that. And yeah, so like I was just saying before about how, you know, like, I'm sometimes in the mood to record or not. Well, this is actually the first like voiceover I've done in about a week or so. So it's kind of really odd to when I start this voiceover, because it's like I haven't done a voiceover in like a week. Now for you, it won't look like that because, you know, videos are still going up. But I've been, in the last couple of days, I don't know why, but I just have no motivation to do builds and stuff. I have no idea why. I just have lost all motivation in the last couple of days to do any videos. And the last couple of days I've just been literally doing nothing. I've just had no motivation to do anything in terms of, you know, videos, which, you know, it's fine because it happens sometimes. I know a few other people who I talk to and do content creating, you know, go through the same thing sometimes. And it's just, you know, I feel like it might be when I overwork myself sometimes and get so many videos done that might, you know, happen. But I'm actually kind of glad because I mentioned this in a few videos ago, how I was kind of in the mood to record and I was recording so much. That's the reason this video is pre-recorded so far in advance for no reason other than I'm in the mood to record. I was mentioning this in one of my builds the other day, and I was saying in the voiceover that, you know, when I get this kind of burst of inspiration to do builds, I try and take so much advantage of it and get so many builds done, because there will be a time where it comes where I'll kind of burn myself out in terms of ideas and I won't want to record for a few weeks, which is what's just been happening. So I'm kind of glad that I had all my videos recorded, which meant that, you know, all the videos are still going up on the channel without anything being missed, if that makes sense. Anyway, so back to the build. I haven't really talked about it that much. So we're on to the living room area here, as you can see. I did actually switch it back to, I didn't mention this but earlier, I switched it back to just free build mode, because if you don't know, if you're playing in a particular season, if you just go to free build mode from Manage Worlds, it just kind of reverts the season back to the eternal summer that we used to have, which is great when you're doing stuff like in winter and trying to do landscaping. It just makes it so much easier so you can see what you're doing. So that's what I did there. But now that we're working on the interior, I did change it back to winter again, and I did, honestly, I was kind of, once I'd finished the exterior, I was kind of looking back at it and was like, you know what, I kind of want to ditch this idea of, you know, in winter, because the ivy on the exterior in just summer looks so nice. It was honestly like, oh, I don't want to change it back to winter now because I know it's going to look all dead and horrible. And I was right, because the ivy just looks like a pile of brown rubbish going up the side of the house. So I kind of wish I didn't do it in winter now, but you know what, this winter in game is only going to last for 7, 14, you know, 28 days, for depending on how long your seasons are, so it's not too much of a big deal because you got all the other time to kind of see how nice landscaping is and stuff. And yeah, so we're now working on the kitchen. As you can see, it is a fairly big room actually, and I mean, well, it is a magic build, so kind of all of my kitchens and stuff like that anyway, so I mean, it's nothing too different. And I kind of went for like a brown colour scheme here, as you can see. I do try to kind of switch things up, as you kind of seen from the main part of this house, how it's more of a lighter cream sort of colour on the majority of the walls. I've been doing a lot of darker wood colours recently in my builds, so I thought it would be nice to kind of switch things up, but honestly, I do love a dark colour scheme in terms of, you know, dark browns and stuff, so I did want to go ahead and incorporate it somewhere, so that's what we're doing right here. So in my last couple of voiceovers, I've been kind of talking about Netflix and asking for suggestions on different series I can watch and stuff like that, so if you do have any more suggestions, let me know. But today I kind of wanted to talk about music and podcasts, so if you have any ideas of what I could watch for those, then let me know, because at the minute I don't have any podcasts to watch. I don't know what's happening, but I just I don't know why really, I just haven't been listening to them, just because I've been kind of looking at music and stuff as well. But I haven't had any podcasts to watch recently. I did actually suggest this on Twitter a little while ago, so I'm going to go back and look at the replies from that tweet. But I don't know why, but the Shane and Friends podcast has been, well, they haven't really made any new ones. I don't know what's happening with that. Let me know if I kind of missed any information about Shane's podcast, so let me know, because I really, really love that podcast, so let me know if there's any kind of update on that. But since that was really the only thing that I kind of listened to in terms of podcasts, so let me know if there's any more that you have. And then in terms of music, let me know as well, because again, I'm kind of, you know, not really got anything new to listen to. Actually have listened all the way through of Ariana Grande's new album, Sweetener, and I know there's been quite a lot of mixed opinions about it. Personally, I don't really like it that much. I just, honestly, I don't know, I can't really explain it, to be honest. It's just something about like I just don't really find the songs that catchy, to be honest. I don't know why, they're a bit random sometimes. I don't really know what my favourites are from that album. Let me know if you do have, you know, any favourites from that album, and what your opinion is overall of it. I do really like Every Time and also God Is Woman. That's pretty much the only two that I really like from that album that I'll kind of, you know, go back to listen to. But apart from that, you know, that's all I really kind of like from that album. But if you have any more suggestions for different music things that you're listening to recently, that'd be really good to hear, because I don't really have anything new at the minute. And yeah, so back to the build here. we've just been working on that other little room, which was kind of just a random room that I didn't really kind of plan in that well for the floor plan, which kind of just turned out to be a general entertainment room where the back door was. So it had like the, you know, the bar area and also some of those activity tables from Get Together. So I put those in. And then this room here is kind of where the garage is. But what I do with a lot of my garages in terms of my builds is that I just kind of change them into a general sort of room. And sometimes they turn into the living room, sometimes they just turn into a bedroom. It just really depends, and today it turned into kind of this general activities room, which was mostly the gym, which I know a lot of people do as well. And even in real life, I know a lot of people do garage conversions and change them into like a more of a practical room. I know my neighbours have actually done that as well. So I did actually put the laundry area into that garage area as well, because I didn't actually plan in a laundry room. I kind of forgot about that. So I did actually do that here. And I kind of just made a little, like, you know, a few little counters, and I stacked them just to save space a little bit. But we're now working on the bedrooms. Like I said, there is 4 bedrooms in this build. And honestly, this room that we just worked on there, well, we're kind of still working on it, is probably one of my favourites, I would say, because I just really like the colour scheme. It's a little bit different for me. I mean, it is kind of grey and like a neutral colour, which is, you know, normal for me. But in terms of how I did like the orange accents and stuff, I really like that. It was kind of just random. I was just going to put that mirror above the bed with the one from Seasons, and I found the orange colour swatch, and I thought it looked really nice, because it doesn't, you know, really kind of conflict with any of the colours. It kind of just works nicely because it's just a neutral colour and that other colour as a pop out, and I really love it actually. So that's probably one of my favourite rooms. And then here we've got the study room, because I do normally like to put a study in my builds, but we didn't really have space for it downstairs, which I normally put it. So instead of making a tiny another little room, I just decided to make this into a study. And also, if you don't know, with all my builds, actually, not just my mansion build, but I do like to keep the bedrooms fairly neutral, which means that you can go ahead and kind of put any family you want into it, and it doesn't really matter, you know, what type of Sims you've got. And I do that just to make it more open for people to download on the gallery, because, you know, if I kind of start making, okay, this build's going to have a parents room, 3 boys rooms, a girls room, and a toddler room, and then the girls room's going to be for somebody who's interested in music and stuff like that. Having that sort of mindset with my builds is sometimes nice to kind of try different things, but also it makes it less practical for you to download, because, you know, the chance that you're going to have that exact family isn't that, you know, well, might be kind of a high chance, I don't know. So I just tend to kind of make them fairly neutral, so it's more open for you to download, and just fairly, you know, just makes it easier for you. And then you can go ahead and change the colour swatches up once you've downloaded it to kind of fit that particular sim that is, you know, has that bedroom. And yeah, so we're kind of nearing the end of the build here. We've just got a few more rooms to go. I don't really know how many more we've got. I think this is the 3rd one we're working on. And then we're going to go ahead and leave some screenshots at the end as well. So I've been totally forgetting to mention this in some of my voiceovers, but I really hope you enjoyed the Machinima series that I did with the pancakes. So it was a 2-part series. I wasn't actually planning on making it a 2-part series. So originally the first one that I did was the Untold Truth of the Pancakes, which was like a 10-odd minute machinima. It took me like 2 weeks to plan and 8 hours of filming, which is one of the reasons that I don't do machinimas that often, because they literally just take so long to make. And I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to machinimas as well. Like, honestly, it's just, I kind of go back through, like, and watch it like 10 times to make sure everything's perfect. But yeah, so I did this machinima video and it turned out really well. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it. I don't normally do stories and kind of it's not really let's play, but, you know, just kind of in-game playing type of videos, whether it be machinimas or kind of, you know, let's play videos, because they just don't really seem to go that well. But honestly, this turned out really well, and I'm really happy you liked it. It did have quite a few dislikes, which kind of put me off a little bit, because, I mean, that kind of gave me a little bit mixed opinions on if you did actually like it or not. But I did actually get a lot of requests to kind of do a follow-up video from how the end of that machinima ended. I'm not going to say what it is in case you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, so how that ended, it did get a kind of a response to do a follow-up, so that's what I did. And I did actually do the follow-up, and then I kind of left it on another end, kind of cliffhanger sort of thing, and now people are asking me to do another follow-up of it, and I didn't actually originally plan on making another follow-up for it, so I think I'm just going to leave that 2 parts how it is. But I do actually have another, well, I did actually mention this on Twitter a little while ago, and we're going to head into screenshots in a second, but I kind of keep talking for a minute. So I did actually start this Machinima series back in, what was it, like August 2017, and it was a 3-part series. I kind of got the first part done, and I kind of just lost motivation with it because I kind of just didn't really know where it was going, but I'm kind of thinking about bringing that back because it's been sitting on my desktop for over a year, like the video file. I don't know why I haven't moved it to a different folder, but it's literally just been sitting there and look at it every single day, and like I need to work on this, so that's another idea. And I do also have another kind of really exciting series planned. It's not really a series, it's maybe just going to be a part or two, but it's a really different idea, and I think you're all going to love that. Now, I mean, I say that and haven't even started recording or really kind of, you know, structuring the plans, so I have to say about that, but yeah, I'm going to have to stop talking now because I'm going to end up running over the screenshots in a second, but I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this build, and if you have any more suggestions for builds or mansions you want to see next week, then please let me know down there as well. You can go ahead and download this from the gallery. My origin ID, it's Real Thomas TV1. Leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!